Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to my December 2021 testing hot new makeup releases video. As I do every month, I tried to purchase some of the hottest, most hyped up new makeup products, both high-end and drugstore, and I tried them all out for the very first time on camera. You can see my immediate reactions. Sometimes I have a good reaction, and then other times I am negative about it right off the bat. Something about it just is not working. But hopefully today everything works out. I did show some of the products in this video in my last video, which was an Ulta haul. Pretty much everything I'm trying today was purchased at Ulta Beauty except for the eyeshadow palette, which I will get to soon because I've already done my foundation and brows because I don't have any new foundation or brow product to test out. And now I'm going to zoom you in and begin by testing out this concealer from Maybelline. It is the new 30-hour Super Stay Active Wear Concealer, and I purchased the shade 20. I did apply self-tanner when I got out of the shower this morning, and while it's processing, it does look extremely dark. So that's why my face probably looks a lot lighter than my body, because I don't even have a foundation this dark to match, but it'll be a lot lighter once it's rinsed off. I mean, it'll still look like I got some color, it just won't be as dark. Okay, so this is an interesting applicator. It's like the thinnest doe foot applicator I've ever seen. It's a doe foot, but it's smushed. It's very, very thin. It also looks quite yellow. And it is. But I like the consistency. Oh yeah, this is really yellow. At least it's appearing yellow in my mirror. It doesn't seem to be appearing that yellow on camera. I'm going to use my e.l.f. concealer sponge. Well, my first impression is that it's not a ton of coverage. I can still see the blue sort of coming through here. Add a little bit more. There we go. The second layer did a little bit better job. It looks nice. Not bad. I gotta look up close. It does not look dry, which is nice. I really like the consistency. I don't like when concealers are too thick. Those have a tendency to cover really well, but then they also have a tendency to settle into fine lines and make my eyes look more aged. Okay, I like it. At the end of the video, when I'm sort of doing my recap of everything, I will let you know in a caption on the screen how this looked at the end of the day. Okay, for my eyeshadow, I am really, really excited about this palette because it looked so pretty online. I actually had a couple of palettes that I could have used for this video, but when I saw this Smoke and Roses palette from ColourPop on Instagram, I knew I had to test it out in this video. It is so beautiful. And normally I like to do these testing hot new makeup releases videos right when the new products launch or within a week. The problem with that for me, because I am not on ColourPop's PR list, is that when I order from ColourPop, it takes forever for it to even ship. This was ordered on a Sunday, which I didn't obviously expect it to ship on Sunday. It didn't ship until that Friday, and then I didn't receive it until the following Wednesday. The point is that I would have done this video sooner when this product was newer, had it not taken so long for me to get it. So here's a closer look at this beautiful palette. Once again, it is called Smoke and Roses. I'm loving these champagne tones, these blush tones. There's a shade in here called Smoked Out that I think I'm going to use for my liner, but I'm going to start by using the shade Kickstart through my crease. Actually, I'm going to use tape. It just makes things so much easier for me when applying eye makeup to my hooded eyes. It just gives me more of that lifted look. so back to Kickstart. And I'm just running this through my crease. And I like to do my eyeshadow, as many of you know, with my eyes open so that you can see the actual crease color when my eyes are open. Because I do not have a natural crease, hence the word hooded. It's like the hood of a car. You kind of have to lift this fold up to see the mobile lid. So this shade Kickstart actually has a little bit of a pinky undertone to it. I thought it was just straight taupe, but it definitely has a pinky or blush undertone. It is a really nice transition shade though. Now on the outer corners, I think I'm going to use the shade Pretender. It's a rose pink. So I'm just patting that on the outer corners. And then again, with my eyes open, I'm sort of blending it into where my crease would be. And then when there's hardly anything on the brush, I just sort of blend it up towards the transition shade. All right, now for some shimmer. There are so many beautiful shimmers in this palette. I think I'm gonna go for Heartbreaker. And I'm just gonna use my finger. Ooh, so pretty. Love it. And while this palette is larger than what I typically like to purchase or use, I don't mind it. It's not as big as, say, like a Morphe palette. I stopped buying those because they are just too big and cumbersome to me. This shimmer is gorgeous. I did see some reviews on this palette and they were all positive, so I was really excited. It's gonna get a positive review from me as well. I think for the inner corners, I'm going to use the shade Thorn Apart. Ooh, that is the perfect inner corner highlight. Perfect. It's not too bold. I'm gonna run that under my brows as well. Now for my outer corners, I'm going to use the shade Tonight. It's like a soft black or a slate gray, a deep slate gray. And I'm just sort of making a wing. Ooh, hopefully I'm in the frame here. Actually, I'm gonna change brushes. I'm gonna use this Sigma brush, number E47. And this had quite a bit of fallout, so I'm glad I have the tape there. I switched brushes again. Sometimes I do that. If one brush isn't working the way I want it to, I will switch it out for something else, a different shape. And this is the BK Beauty 204. All right, I'm gonna take the tape off of this side just to see if I like how this is looking. It's kind of dramatic. It's kind of a dramatic wing, but I don't mind it. Kind of like it. All right, now I'm going to use the shade Smoked Out. And this is a Sigma Winged Liner Brush E06. And I'm just running that along my upper lash line, very close to the base of my lashes. And this is what it should look like when you're done. Okay, I kind of want to add another little punch of shimmer to my lid. So now I'm going to go into Love Hurts and press that right on the center of my mobile eyelid. And now along my lower lash lines, I'm just going to run a little bit of the shade Kickstart, which was the first shade we used in the crease. And now I'm going to curl my lashes, tight line using a black eye pencil, and then we will test out this Maybelline Curl Bounce Mascara. So here is the applicator. It has a slight bend to it, like a very slight arch. It's not clumpy at all, which is nice, but it's not doing much for my lashes volume-wise. I'm getting length, but not a whole lot of volume. What do you guys think? It's okay. That's how I feel about most mascaras. It is extremely rare that I am wowed by a mascara. So what are the claims on this anyway? I probably should have said that first. It says that it gives you big volume, bouncy curl, which is funny because the first thing I said was what? That I didn't get any volume, I just got length. Up to 24-hour wear. And then it says bouncy curl. Do my lashes look curly or bouncy? I don't think so. Just based off of my first impressions, I would not go run out and try to find and purchase this mascara. But that's okay. I will just put on some corner eyelashes and I will be happy. I went to Sephora yesterday and purchased all 3 new shades of the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Blush. I love these. They are one of the longest lasting liquid or cream or gel blush formulas that I own. And when I say that, I mean that I've tried so many non-powder blushes in the past and they have not held up on my oily skin. These Soft Pinch blushes are amazing. A little bit goes a long way. And I think $20 is a really decent price point for a higher end blush, especially when you get so much product. So the new shades are called Encourage, Hope, and Believe. These all look so pretty. I was only going to purchase one and then I couldn't decide, so I added all 3 of them to my cart. I think any one of these would look pretty with the look I have going on here, but I'm going to use this nude pink called Hope. And I'm just taking a little bit on my finger, applying it to the upper portion of my cheek, then taking a brush and buffing it out. Do you see how pigmented this is? I think because of the lights, it's not showing up as much as it is to me in person. So I'm going to add a little bit more just so maybe you can see better. I just love how easily these blend in and just truly become one with your skin. I wish I had more than 2 cheeks so I could apply all of the shades in this video. All right, for lips, I sort of want to try one of these Glow Paradise lipsticks from L'Oreal. I did swatch them in my Ulta haul video, and when I swatched these 2, Peach Charm and Rose Mirage, they really had almost no color to them. They're shiny, they're comfortable, but not a lot of color there. But the shade Blush Fantasy actually has some color to it. So I could use this. It would go with the look, but I also want to try this new shade of the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick. This looks like a beautiful nude pink, and I really want to try it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to test out this color, and then I may use one of these more sheer Glow Paradise lipsticks. I think I'll use Rose Mirage on top. For lip liner, I'm going to use this Makeup by Mario lip pencil in the shade Travis and apply the liquid lipstick. I like this combo a lot. All right, so I popped those lashes on the outer corners of my eyes. I kept this Flashdance-esque sweatshirt on because, as I said earlier, I did apply self-tanner this morning and I like to wear loose clothing while it's processing. So I'm leaving this on. I also forgot that I had a highlighter to test out. This is from Nude Sticks. This is the Nudies Glow All Over Face Highlight in the shade Ice Ice Baby. I am just going to apply a little bit of this to the tops of my cheekbones. Ooh. That is so pretty. This is an absolutely beautiful highlighter. And I promised you earlier I would try on one of these Glow Paradise lipsticks. So I am going to take Rose Mirage, which is one of the 2 shades that had little to no color. It was just sort of a tint. And I don't want to change the color of this lipstick because I do love it so much. But I want to see if this will just add a little bit of shine. What do you think? I like it. It didn't really change the color of the liquid lipstick too much. It just did what I wanted it to, which was add a little bit of shine. Not like the shine of a gloss, but just a sheen. All right, let me recap everything for you. First off, the concealer, the Maybelline Superstay Activewear. Looking in my mirror here, it does look like this particular shade 20 is a little bit yellow. I can kind of see a tinge of yellow coming through, which I don't love. I prefer my under eye concealers to be a little bit more neutral to pink versus yellow. But if you have a very olive skin tone, then 20 would work for you. I think the reason why I got 20 and not 18 is because that one was sold out. I definitely want to try 18 because so far I'm really liking this concealer. The consistency, as I said earlier, is really nice. It doesn't make my under eyes look dry. I did set it with a little bit of this Givenchy powder, and I think overall, except for that tinge of yellow, my under eyes look pretty good. And then the Smoke and Roses eyeshadow palette. I used maybe 5-6 shades for this look, and I'm happy with what I've tried so far, what I've seen so far from this palette. I do wish that the mattes, the dark mattes, were a little bit more pigmented, but that's okay. I could just dampen my brush. I will get more pigment from those. Obviously, if these particular tones don't interest you, then this palette would not interest you. But if you're looking for an affordable, good quality eyeshadow palette with these beautiful shades of champagne and blush, then I highly recommend you get this one. I do think it's probably limited edition, like so many ColourPop palettes are. Hopefully it's not, but get it while you can. Hopefully by the time I put this video up, it's not sold out. The mascara. Not much to say there. It was just okay. The Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Blushes. This shade, Hope, is gorgeous. I will follow up with you on how I feel about the other 2. I'm assuming I'm going to love those as well. These blush shades are just right up my alley. I love everything about these, which is why I ended up getting all 3. This Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Bellezza was such a needed addition to the range. And I say that because I had tried all of the other sort of nude pinks in the Stay All Day range. However, they were either too light or they had too much of a mauve-y undertone where it sort of washed me out a little bit, or it just didn't look right against my skin tone. But this one is the perfect neutral nude pink. It doesn't have that mauve, or maybe I should say like purpley undertone to it. It doesn't have a gray undertone. It's not too light. I thought it looked beautiful paired with the Makeup by Mario lip liner in Travis. As far as the Glow Paradise lipsticks, if you're looking for a lot of pigment, at least 2 out of the 3 that I've tried, not so much pigment there, but I do like the way this looks on top of the liquid lipstick. But I can see myself using this Blush Fantasy shade on its own. I think you could tell by my reaction upon application, I am loving this Nude Sticks highlighter. I will say though, that it is a little bit sticky on the skin. It doesn't really dry down. I don't think that's going to bother me, but it could bother some of you. So I just thought I would mention it. So that brings me to the end of another testing hot new makeup releases video. As always, if you enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and join the Risa Does Makeup family. I do try to upload new content at least 2 to 3 times per week. You can also find more content from me on TikTok and Instagram under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. As I mentioned early on in the video, all of the products I used will be listed and linked down below in the description box. Any other questions you may have, please leave them for me in the comments. I try to answer as many as I can. So with that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.